Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, and we are back with another collection video. Up here today we have probably my second biggest collection, and that is the Xbox 360. It's going to be a little bit out of order, but I've got to say that before I start off, I just want to say that the Xbox 360 is a very influential console, and it means a lot to me because, growing up, obviously, back in the day, I had the PS2. I never had the original Xbox, and I didn't really have online capabilities back in when I was young. And when the Xbox 360 came out, I was just amazed at, being able to play on Xbox Live and talking to people. Nowadays it's very common, and it's probably the most known thing about video gaming is talking to friends and being in parties and stuff. But back in the day, man, there was so many hours and, staying up late and playing video game when you should be sleeping or studying. And, it was an amazing time just for video games in general. And I find that the Xbox 360 was such an influential console. And I just absolutely fell in love with the online community back in the day. But let's just jump straight into what we have here. First up, we have FIFA 09. Just, again, FIFA continued. And 10. Not much to say about these. I have a couple of doubles. 11. It's not a bad thing if I have a couple of doubles because I might start doing some reselling at some point. FIFA 12, I'll let you know in the comment. I'll let you know in future. 13. Also could use Connect sensor on that one, and the same with 14. This was actually the last game released for the PS2. And then we have another copy of 14. Like I said, if I have doubles, I'm going to start hopefully reselling in the future. And, maybe selling some stuff as bundles and things. I'll keep you posted, and I might do a video on that at some point. Then we have Final Fantasy 13. A game that really split the fan base. These games were often considered, a lot of people hated on this because just how long it really took you before the game got good. You had to put like 20 hours into the game before it got really good. But they did release a part 2, and there was a third part called Lightning Returns, which I do have, I believe. But yeah, it was cool seeing Final Fantasy on a console that wasn't Sony. We have Flat Out Ultimate Carnage. I believe this is the third game in the series. Racing game. Then we have one of the few limited editions that I have, and that is the Forza Motorsport 3 limited edition. Includes a download card and a USB keychain and a membership pack. I'm not entirely sure if this is in there. I'm not sure if this is complete. No, I don't think it is complete. It is missing the keychain. All it is got in here is the game in this DVD box, but it does include the bonus installation disc. If anyone has the keychain, let me know in the comments below. I might get it off you for the collection. Yeah, I wasn't really big on Forza back in the day, weren't really my cup of tea. Then we have a game that was actually pretty cool, Frontline Fuel of War. This game was basically meant to be like a Battlefield clone, and I remember it being okay when it first came out, and it just sort of died out, unfortunately. But it was a game that should have done better than what it was. I think it just came out at the wrong time. And then we have Fuel, a game that had a huge map, like a dirt bike off-road game. This game had a huge map, but the biggest part about this game is that the map was very bland. There wasn't really much to do in it. I remember that. Then we have a Steelbook Black Armor edition of Dark Souls 2. Includes the soundtrack CD and a Steelbook. Pretty cool. I think this might become a little bit more collectible in the future. Then we have the original Dead Rising. This game was free last month on Xbox One to get the up-to-date version. I remember playing this game quite a bit back in the day and loving this game. It's a very challenging game though. And then we have one of the spin-offs that is Off the Record. This is basically Dead Rising 2 if you played as Frank West. But I did enjoy the sort of arcade mode that this game had. I have a normal Xbox version of Dead or Alive Ultimate here in this double pack, which includes Dead or Alive 1 and Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. I don't know why I have that, but might be a pretty cool collectible. Then we have Fusion Frenzy 2. I believe this was a launch title. Original was on the original Xbox. I believe the second one didn't really do as well. Men in Black Alien Crisis, a third-person Men in Black game. Dead or Alive 4, love the series, and the Xbox 360 is very cheap nowadays. And the good part is a lot of these games are backwards compatible with Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Of course, you need the disc version of the new Xbox if you want to play them disc. Dead or Alive Extreme 2, the game that was very risque. Deadly Premonition, a game that actually was really loved. Technically, the game wasn't amazing, but it's got a cult following. I believe the director's cut on PS3 or the Switch version is the better version to have because it improved on the controls. Then we have Def Jam Icon and Def Jam Rapstar. Unfortunately, the Def Jam series really died off on Xbox 360. This was a third-person shooter, and this was just a karaoke game. Of course, it weren't the originals, which are still highly regarded as being some of the funnest fighting games. We have Defiance. This was an MMO. I remember actually in getting this game and then having to wait for it to install and then having to wait for it to do an update and never actually getting around to play it. I think the servers are offline now, so you can't play it either way, but there was a newer Defiance game that came out. We have a sealed copy of Devil May Cry HD collection. I keep this sealed because if I want to play these I have played this before in the past anyway and beaten them all on Xbox 360, but I'll probably pick up a PS4 version in the future to play. And then we have Devil May Cry 4, which is in an amazing condition, by the way. Probably the best condition I have. Cars 2, the Disney Cars games were, again, pretty cool. This one had some action sequences. Divinity 2, Ego Draconis. Of course, this was a bit more different in the Divinity series. Of course, Divinity is more of a tactics game. This one, I think, was more of a hack and slash. Could be wrong, though. And Divinity 2, the Dragon Knight Saga, which I believe is the kind of like the Game of the Year edition. It includes both games. It includes the standard version and also the DLC, I guess. DJ Hero, of course, you need the DJ kit to play this game, but it was a pretty cool idea. Don King presents Prize Fighter. I want to say that this is kind of a bit more of an uncommon game. I don't see it that often. Yeah. And then we have Dragon Dogma Dark Arisen. This was the re-release of Dragon Dogma. The second release included the remastered version of the original game and some extra content. We have the Dreamcast collection. It includes Bass Fishing Challenge, Sonic Adventure, Space Channel 5 Part 2, and Crazy Taxi, 4 classic Dreamcast games. It's worth it alone just for Sonic Adventure, I guess. Then we have the Dynasty Warriors series. I have all of the Xbox 360 ones. We have 5 Empires, a game that I used to put many hours into back in the day. 6 Empires and normal 6. Probably the least favourite of the series. They really kind of screwed up the combat in that one, I think. And then we have Dynasty Warriors 7. I believe I'm missing 8. And Dynasty Warriors Strike Force, which was like an RPG version of the game. Didn't really do that well. Gundam 2. The first one is actually getting quite rare, so just be aware of that. And the third one, I absolutely love the Gundam Dynasty Warrior games. We have EA Sports Active 2. It's a Kinect fitness game. Kinect games come in these purple cases that if they need a Kinect to play them, if they have a little purple thing on there and they're in a green case, that means you can use the Kinect. Fight Night Round 3, a game that a lot of people are asking for a new Fight Night game, and I believe there's a new boxing game coming out, kind of remedying that. Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard. I recently played this, and it was an okay game. Earth Defense Force 2017, the first game from the EDF games on Xbox. Enemy Territory Quake Wars. This was like a Battlefield style Quake game. It wasn't no Quake, that's for sure. Enslaved Odyssey to the West, a game that had amazing reviews. The game is really good. It's a fun action platformer game. Highly recommend this one. I believe it is backwards compatible. Escape Dead Island, a spin-off of Dead Island that plays as a sort of third-person stealth game. I wanted to like this game, but unfortunately it just didn't hold up. Eternal Sonata, the Xbox 360, did have a few JRPGs out there. Not as much as the PS3 and the PS4 has. Facebreaker, sort of Mike Tyson Punch-Out style game. Fairy Tail Fights, another game that is getting a little bit more uncommon. The amazing Fallout New Vegas, the game that proves that just because the game is buggy doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. This was amazing. Then we have Far Cry Predator Instinct. This was a re-release of Far Cry Predator that was released on the Xbox. And then we have the Wild Expedition. This only includes Far Cry 2 and 3. But if you bought it new, it will come with a code for the original and Blood Dragon. We have Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. This was a spin-off of Earth Defense Force, and it was made by a different company. And unfortunately, it just wasn't as good. Enchanted Arms, it says only on Xbox 360, but I believe it was also released on PS3. This was actually not a bad game. I actually enjoyed this one. Then we have Fear, the original game, in the wrong case, but still a classic. Fear 2, Project Origin, some pretty good horror games back in the day. And the third game, a lot of people complained that this one wasn't as good. And then we have the expansion files. It comes with Extraction Point and Perseus Mandate. This was a standalone expansion pack for the first game. And the last, I have some more FIFA games. We have FIFA Street. This technically, I believe, was the 4th game in the series. FIFA Street 3 and a promotional copy version. I'm guessing you probably got this if you brought the game with the console. And then we just have FIFA 06, Road to the World Cup. I believe this was the first FIFA game on Xbox 360. And then we have another copy of FIFA 08 and FIFA 09. So, there we have it. Yeah, the Xbox 360 has a great lineup, and you're going to see that there is quite a few games that we've got going through. Going to play a bit of Xbox One now. I'm going to try out that Vikings Wolf of Midgard game, which was given away for free. Yeah, I'm just trying a few different games out on Xbox. It's quite nice to actually just play games now and not have to worry about them not working. I played some more Call of Duty the other night, and last night we did an It Takes Two playthrough. So if you missed out on that stream, it's on Twitch. If not, it is available on YouTube. It's a pretty fun game, and I've got to say that I'm really enjoying it so far. I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to reinstall Armed and Dangerous as well, because I started playing that the other day. It's another game that I need to continue on with. Trying to just beat the games that I've got on my list as playing. Games that I've started and need to go back and continue on and finish. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave a like, and of course comment below. Let me know some of your favourite Xbox 360 games, what your experiences with the Xbox 360 are, and of course, guys, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. And as always, guys, I will follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at the Mad Kiger. There's not going to be any streams tonight. I'm going to chill tonight and watch some Blackadder. And as always, guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.